Hey, what's up, guys? Today I was reading in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, and I'm in verse 29 through 34, where Paul is talking about the effects of denying the resurrection power of Jesus Christ, or that He has risen. And he's talking about how if these people in the Church of Corinth, don't accept that the resurrection is true, or that don't believe in the resurrection, he's saying, well, if the dead do not rise, let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. And that's in verse 32. And there's a little bit of sarcasm. I don't know if anyone's picked up on that in some of Paul's letters, but there's a little bit of like sass that he throws in there. He's like, well, I mean, if Jesus didn't live, then like, what's the point? Let's just do whatever we're gonna do. But obviously that would go against everything that he's preached and the message and the truth of the gospel. But the most important note that really just blew up when I read it was verse 33, which says, "Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits." And that is so anointed right there. Such a good word. That literally will transcend time forever. It was here when Paul was writing to the church in Corinth, and it is most certainly here now. Evil company corrupts good habits. That is such a good message, and I did a video a while back called Check Your Counsel, and if you haven't seen that, I recommend you go look at that one. But evil company corrupts good habits. You can have good habits, and you can have good practices of reading the Word daily, of journaling, of praying, of doing all these things, but if you surround yourself with bad company, with evil company, your good habits are corrupted, and slowly you find yourself being pulled away from the things that you set yourself aside to do, that you consecrated the time to do these things. You find that you have been separated from what you used to do. Despite aligning good habits with good intentions, evil company swoops in and corrupts them. So check who you're surrounding yourself by. Who are the people in your circle? And this again is crossing with a little bit of that Check Your Counsel video, which again I totally recommend. That was a great word from God. But evil company corrupts good habits, and you can literally just sit on that one line and just listen to how God speaks to you in that very line, because I don't need to add anything to that. I don't need to add jewelry or makeup to that word at all. It's literally, do not be deceived. Paul says, do not be deceived. You cannot hang around bad people and expect good results. You cannot surround yourself with negativity and expect to think positive. You cannot hang out with ungodly people and expect your relationship with God to grow. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way. Paul says, do not be deceived, because by doing that, you're only deceiving yourself and robbing yourself of the riches and the glory that God has destined for you and for I to live in and to enjoy in His abundance. And that is, do not be deceived, because you will be deceived by expecting good results from bad people. So evil company corrupts good habits. I encourage you to look around you, to look at the people that you're surrounding yourself with, to check your habits. Make sure your habits are good first, and then check your company to make sure your company is in line with the habits that you want in your life, that your company is in line with where you want to go in life, with the goals that you have and the dreams and aspirations that you have, and where you'd like to be or see yourself in the coming future. So again, do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. Stick with that. And I love it. I just want to slip this last part in. In verse 34, he says, "Awake to righteousness and do not sin, for some do not have the knowledge of God." It just ties right in perfectly. Awake to righteousness. You're asleep because you've been surrounding yourself with evil company and your good habits have been corrupted. Now that you're aware of it, awake to righteousness. Thank you, God. Awake to righteousness and do not sin. For some, perhaps the people that you surround yourself with, or that I surround myself with, for some do not have the knowledge of God. And he says, I speak this to your shame, that you would be aware of this, that you would know that these people clearly do not have the knowledge of God. Therefore, do not be deceived, for their company is corrupting your good habits and the plan that I have for you, which is far greater than the comfort that you have in the people that you surround yourself with. Thank you, God. Bless you guys. Have an awesome week. Thank you so much, Lord, for this word. God bless you. I love you guys. I hope this helps and speaks to you. Thanks, guys.